This is episode number 57. Burn your boats down to reach success. Welcome everybody to another episode here in Mind and Body Transformation by Custom Body Fitness. This is your health coach Sandro Torres, and today we're gonna be talking the importance about choosing one thing and go all in. That's what this talk is all about. You're never gonna be happy if you're jumping around from one thing to another thing to another thing, and you're never gonna be the best if you're jumping all over the place on your career. And for example, if you buy one car and then another and never gonna adapt to one, it's gonna be difficult for you to save money and spend money. You're gonna spend much money on cars instead of focusing on a lot of things that you can do. That's an example. About your career as well. You're not gonna become the best. You're not gonna be a specialist if you jump from career to another career. So it's important that when you choose something, you burn your boats down like Hernan Cortez did when he went and conquered Mexico. That's what he did. That's the reason why he could conquer Mexico, because he decided either to die or conquer Mexico. Anyway, this talk is not about that. It's about the importance of you burning your boats down. That's where the phrase is coming from. And remember, you can make mistakes and you can make the wrong choice, choose the wrong partner, choose the wrong car, choose the wrong career, so on. That happens. If you done that, make the right choice and then go all in. But don't make excuses, because things are getting difficult in your marriage. Things are getting difficult in your relationship. Things are getting difficult in your weight loss program. Things are getting difficult at work, at your career. Don't make the excuse to just drop it and then try to do something else or try to start all over again because it's just difficult. The point about burning your boats down, it's about giving it all you have for you to succeed. So that's what this talk is about. Without further introduction, let's listen to it. At CBF, we know that for you to change your body, you need to change your mind. Exercise and eating healthy is only part of the plan. We care about our members as we care about our family, because our members become our family. It is not about competition, but support. It is not about being the strongest or the fastest, but about you defeating your negative self. It is about working together and making the task challenging and have fun. By the end, what matters is not how hard the session was, but that you take control of your mind so you can take control of your body. My name is Sandro Torres, and I'm happy you are part of our family. Welcome to Custom Body Fitness. It's been 6 years since I changed my life, and I learned a lot of concepts that have helped me be successful, and more than anything, achieve happiness, achieve my goals, and help other people achieve their goals. And this is what I do with my clients. I help them achieve their goals. I open their eyes to reality, and I teach in a lot of these concepts that I apply in my life. It's very interesting because I love to go back in my past and study everything that I have applied, and everything has helped me to get where I want to go. And there is one specific thing that I've been thinking about lately. It's about choosing what you want and burn your boats. I'm gonna give you more details about that so you be very successful in whatever you want to do. If you probably know, there is a lot of choices in life. There is a lot of choices in the partner that you're gonna choose. Either if you're a girl, you're choosing a husband. If you are a guy, you're choosing a wife.
or a career or a car, you notice that there's a lot of choices that you have out there. And some of us, we get distracted. We get distracted because we want it all, but at the same time, we don't know what we want because we want it all. And we have a difficult time trying to choose what we want. So it's very important that you choose what you want, and once you choose it, burn your boats. And the reason is because when you try to go from one area to another area, so I'm going to put a great example. Let's take careers as an example. If you try to be a dentist, today you want to be a dentist, and you go take a couple courses, etc., and then all of a sudden you change your mind, and now you want to be a mechanic, and now you want to go and experience the mechanic field. You either go to school, you start doing some mechanics on your cars, and you spend a year on it, and all of a sudden you want to trade your career. Now you want to be a psychologist. And you continue jumping from one place to another place, even though you have learned a lot of things, which is good. You're not going to become successful in one thing, and the reason is because you haven't focused on one thing. You're not going to find somebody who's successful who is trying to do everything and by the end doesn't know how to do something. If you go to a doctor, as an example, and you need shoulder surgery, you're not going to go to somebody who's a general person that just try to do everything. Fix your heart, fix your shoulder, fix your ankle, fix your eyes, etc. If you notice, all the doctors specialize in something. They either specialize on orthopedic, they specialize on heart surgery, they specialize, they're dentists, etc. So they specialize in something, and when you look for something, you look for somebody who actually knows the problem that you have. In this case, is a shoulder surgery. So you want to go to the best. You want to know who knows exactly what he's talking about. You want to know that he's working on other shoulders and he's very successful on that. Not that he's actually good on hearts, that he's good on your eyes, etc. Because he's not specializing on something. It's the same with you. If you trying to find your career, you need to choose one. And then put everything on it. Put all your heart on it. Whatever career you're choosing, all your heart on it. If you're going to be a personal trainer, if you're going to be a psychologist, if you want to be a mechanic, if you want to be a web developer, if you want to be a nurse, if you want to be a dentist, you name it. There is a politic. There is many careers out there, and you probably know this. Choose one and then do your best. You have to think about, there's going to be obstacles, of course. It's going to be negative things on your careers. Not everything is going to be perfect. There's going to be obstacles on it. They're going to have negative things on it. You need to find out what negative things are in that career and then live with them. Overcome those negative things and enjoy all the positive things. You need to focus on all the positive of your career. And the same thing if you're choosing a partner. It's not that if you notice there is a lot of divorce out there. And the reason is because people are not committed. They're trying to jump from one relationship to another relationship to another relationship. Can you imagine if you were married 4, 5 times, 6 times? Well, probably you were. You probably know what I'm talking about. And leaving your heart with the past partner, not only your heart, but also your family, kids here, kids there, and kids everywhere. Then your family is all over the place. You can't fulfill everything. You might try, and I don't disagree that you should. But my point out of it is, once you do that, it's difficult to gather all your family. And why it's so difficult? It's because we are jumping and trying to choose different things. Now, keep in mind something. I'm not saying that you should be with an abusive person. If somebody who is abusing you, if somebody is not loving you, is not putting up his or her part, it's not for you to do, for you to keep up with that relationship and just sacrifice yourself to keep that relationship. No, I'm not saying that. That's not good. Actually, if I were you, I step out of that relationship because I don't want to be with somebody who's abusive. But my point out of it is that many people are not committed to it. Many people are afraid. They're trying to jump. They think that the grass is greener on the other side. So they're trying to jump from one relationship to another relationship to another relationship. Once you committed, once you find your either wife or your husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend, you need to be committed to it. You need to give you 100%. If you did your best and the other person didn't put his or her best, at least you understand that you were committed, that you did everything, that you didn't give up to it. When you do that, it's a feeling of self-fulfillment because you're doing your best. And you focus on one person instead of trying to focus on every single one. That's choosing one partner and one career. The same with your car. I know this is a material thing, but it's the same thing. You're never gonna be happy if you buy a car and then focus on another car. You say, well, this car seems faster, this car seems bigger, this car has leather seats, my car doesn't have leather seats, etc., etc. Once you start finding all the negative stuff of your car, you're not gonna like your car anymore. You probably want to trade that car. You know how much money a lot of people spend on trading cars every year or every 2 years or 3 years? Because they're not happy with their car, and you know how much money you can save and invest it to that money, make more money for you so you have freedom. When you don't figure out your mind, when you don't understand that you have to choose one thing and find all the positive things on it, it's going to be very difficult for you to be happy with whatever choice you make it. So, why I tell you to choose one thing and burn your boats. I don't know if you heard this story back in the past, but I'm going to tell you about this captain that he took his troops to the enemy island. And he took the troops, and once they get up into the island, they get off the boats, and the captain gave the order to burn the boats down. Burn the boats down. We either going to win this war or we're gonna die trying. So that's what I mean with burning your boats. You need to forget about the past. You need to let go. You need to give your life to the present and choose one thing. Do your best. Go 100%, and don't turn your back to whatever you have choice, either your wife, your husband, either your career, your car, whatever it is yours, it is your life. Focus on it. Give yourself the opportunity to do your best, and you see how successful you're going to be and how happy you're going to be by making that choice. Hope this help you to make up your mind if you're undecisive about choosing one thing. Remember, the only thing that can happen is either you're gonna progress with that choice you make, or it's not gonna work. But if it doesn't work, you know you did your best, and you have another opportunity to choose another either partner or another career. But at least you know that it wasn't on you because you did choose one and put all your heart on it.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed the content offered here, then I know you will enjoy these books. These are great tools to lead you to successful weight loss, better health, and greater happiness.
Okay, so we are by the end of this talk, and we're gonna go to the summary. These are the points that I think are important. Choose one thing and find all the positives. It's important that once you make a decision, you want to think about all the positives, because if you think about the negatives, you're not gonna be happy. So whatever you choose, focus on the positive. No matter what you choose, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, there is gonna be always negatives and positives in everything you do, in your fitness program, in your career, the partner that you choose, your car, anything, the house that you choose, anything is gonna have positive and negatives. So once you choose one thing, focus on that positive. Find your career and go all in. So once again, it's important that once you find your career, you do everything to become the best in your career and enjoy your career, because you want to specialize. You want to be unique. You want to be the only one who knows more than the rest of people and who are the best in whatever you do. And the only way to do that is by going all in your career. Forget about the past and give your whole life to the present. So whatever choice you have made in the past, forget about it. Don't think about it anymore. And now, once you make a new decision, you want to give your life to that decision. The past is the past, doesn't exist anymore. Doesn't matter your achievement, doesn't matter your failures. That's the past. That doesn't exist. You want to think about the now and what you can get from the decision that you're making now. Many people think that the grass is greener than the other side. Just like in the first point, and looking at the negatives and positives. Remember, there's always gonna be negatives and positives. So let's say if you're in a relationship with a woman that it's such a great woman and she loves you, she takes care of you, she's very smart, she's independent, but she has a couple of things, she's stubborn, she's a little immature, whatever it is, that's positive and negatives. Okay, yeah, you're gonna find another woman who's probably more mature but is less independent or doesn't have any drive or whatever it is. There's always gonna be positive and negatives. Yeah, of course, you wanna find a person who has all the positives that you're looking for, and a person who is not dysfunctional for your relationship to work, for example. But once you find that person who's not dysfunctional, of course it's gonna have negatives and positives. That's a great example. The grass is not gonna be greener than the other side. It's just going to be different. Many people think that I already talked about that point. You chose one and put all your heart in it. That's the last point. So what you want to do with that, remember, if you fell in anything, if by any chance, let's say Hernan Cortez, when he went conquer Mexico, he died trying to conquer the Aztecs. He knew he did everything that was in his hand to defeat and to win. He would have died happy doing that. But the good thing is that because he burned his boats down, that's the whole point of about this talk, is that you want to burn your boats down so you don't have other option. The option of failing and winning are the only options. And of course, you're going to do everything that is in your hand to win. He knew he put all the heart in it. The same with you, whatever you do in life, once you choose one thing, put all your heart in it and win and be happy with that decision. So that's the whole summary of this conversation. Please share with this conversation with people that you like, because I know you like the conversation. That's why you at the end. And if you skip the whole conversation and just listening to this last part, probably you don't like the talk. Share it with people that you don't like, because I bet you want to make him bored with this talk because it's something that you don't like. You want people not to like it. You continue sharing it. Don't you worry about that. But what I ask you is to share this conversation, please. The whole point out of this conversation is for you to gain knowledge. Please share with you what you got from this conversation. Please also share what are your opinions and comments and what you learned from this conversation. Anyway, thank you so much for continue following us and continue listening to us until the end. And remember to stay mentally and physically healthy, and we're gonna tune in into the next episode.